What's up, everybody? This is your girl, Erika Patrice, and welcome to another epic conversation. Tonight, we are going to be talking about what's the tea. I know most of you know if you look up and down your timeline, you see Kool-Aid, strawberry, popsicle, Boo Shiesty. Everybody is making t-shirts. And can I just help y'all? All t-shirts are not created equal. Tonight, I have my dear friend Demetria Barlow of Restoration Teas that will be joining us tonight. We're going to be talking about what's the tea. She's going to be giving us some do's and don'ts. She's going to be telling us about her journey into opening her own business and moving from corporate America to doing full-time work with t-shirts. So y'all invite everybody, tag anybody that you know that makes t-shirts, that thinks they want to make t-shirts. This is a epic moment to be able to get this kind of wisdom and somebody that's not afraid to share some knowledge with you guys. So I like to welcome my guest tonight, Miss Demi. Her name is Demetria, but we call her Demi of Restoration Teas tonight.
Hey everybody.
What's up, Demi?
Nothing much. Thank y'all for having me today. I'm excited. Just ready to spit some wisdom today.
Cool. So we're gonna jump right in. So how long have you been making t-shirts?
I have been making t-shirts for like 6 years now.
How did you get started?
So a friend of mine actually asked me to go to a vinyl store to pick up some stuff for her. Didn't know what vinyl was for real. And I had the machine, but I was using my silhouette to do invitations, not t-shirts.
Oh, wow.
So I was like, is this all you use to make shirts? Oh, I can use this to make shirts to sell for myself because I wanted to buy a printer to help me make better invitations. And the story just goes on from there because I can't tell you where it started or we're not going to end it because it's going to get better and better. But yes, from buying that first piece of vinyl for her and then buying me one for myself, it just went from there.
So literally, this was something that was birthed out of really you being in the right place at the right time. And like you said, it's so funny because sometimes if you attended the master class and we talked about clearing the clutter, you had what you needed already.
Yep.
Everything that you needed was already there. But you were in the right place and you were exposed to something new and you were willing to not, be prideful and say, hey, wait a minute. This is another, that is so important, especially with the t-shirt business. It is literally an oversaturated market.
It is.
I mean, especially with everybody being at home during COVID. Yep. I saw so many people buying crickets and silhouettes.
Exactly.
and they like, I'm at home. Let me just try to figure this out. Exactly. But I really am inspired by that. And I hope that people that are listening are inspired by that she already had what she needed to start her business. She just did not have the knowledge. I'm going to continue to every week tell y'all that knowledge and exposure is everything. Everything. So you said you got started around 2006. And I know that now you are doing t-shirts full time. Yep. So in 2006, this is 2021, 2016.
Yeah.
This is 2021. So this has been a 5-year journey. Yeah. Talk to us about working a 9-to-5 and working this t-shirt business all at the same time. How was that for you?
So let me just tell you, it takes a lot of sacrificing family time, sacrificing sleep, sacrificing going out, working a 9-to-5 and then coming home and working your destiny. To me, your destiny is bigger than an 8-hour span. Like I go to work for 8 hours, but if there's 24 hours in a day, the other 16 hours sometimes was me working my destiny. There were a lot of nights of tears, a lot of nights of no sleep. Like the sun coming up and you just go in the bathroom, brush your teeth, put on your work clothes, you going back to work. So
preach it to the choir.
You have to have that I guess you would call that inner strength to keep pushing, because there are going to be times when you want to give up because you won't sleep. Like your body's going to be craving for it, but you just can't give in if this is what you want. It's not an easy path at all. It's not easy at all. So I don't want people to say, oh yeah, she did it, this, that, and other. No, I say it takes a special person to do it. It takes a special dream and a special drive to that you need to get out there and do it. Like you're not just going to say, oh, I'm gonna quit my job and go full force. It didn't happen that way. It was a gradual. Like I started and had maybe 5 shirts a week, and then it jumped to 20, and then the pandemic happened and all this other stuff. So it's a path that you go on. It's not nothing. You don't just jump off the cliff, and you have to plan.
Let's talk about planning. And the planning piece of this conversation is twofold. Number one, if you are moving from I'm gonna keep saying this. I left my 9 to 5 to work a 24/7.
Mm-hmm.
When you are a creative, even when your eyes close, your brain still be like, I wake up every day and I'm like, was that deja vu? Because it does not stop.
Never.
So the planning part of it, especially if you work a 9 to 5 and then you have another business, whether it's t-shirts, whether it's selling sneaker bars, whatever it is. When you get off of that first job, it's like you eat, you get your family together and you reset. I don't care if it's you selling Mary Kay, paparazzi, your own Etsy, your own shirt, whatever it is. When you get off of that 9 to 5, you try to take a little piece of time to make sure that the people who are in your home are taken care of, but the grind doesn't stop.
It never stops.
And so planning, let's talk about how you plan a week. If you know you have a family reunion, I'm just going to give you a week. When you were working, let's take your mind back. You working 9 to 5. And by Friday, you got 100 shirts for a family reunion. You got 25 shirts for a bridal shower. And then Pookie having his first birthday party. And their whole family want 50 shirts. Tell me, how do you plan as a workerpreneur? Thank you, back office. You better make up a word.
So yeah, and that's the most important part, is having a plan, because you can't just jump into it. So how you plan normally, and that's not nothing that was strange. That happened to me a lot while I was working. So you have to start from that Sunday night and say, okay, what is due on what day? You have to make sure you have all your supplies in order, and then kind of map out the time in your head and know how much time each job is going to take. You have to be that experienced to know, okay, this job I can do this in an hour. This one's going to take about 8 hours. And then you also have to pad that for the mishaps, because it's going to happen. So you have to pad that and be prepared for all of that. Then after you plan all that, you see what time you have for sleep and for attending to your family and making sure. Because when I was working, I had 2 kids. Now they almost grown, so they can take care of themselves. But then, you have to make sure they doing their schoolwork, make sure they eating, make sure they taking a bath, brushing their teeth. All that is a square of time. Yeah. And you have to take that time, that Sunday night, and write that stuff down. If you don't write it down, it's lost in your head. Like for me, writing it down makes it concrete. If you are in my house now, I have like a whiteboard. And they call it old school, but I still write my jobs out on the whiteboard. And as I finish them, I dry erase, I cross them out, because unless it's up there, it's not concrete. So the Bible says, write the vision and make it plain. That's the plan. It needs to be written down. When you write it down, that means, okay, this is what I got. You putting it in stone. You making your brain, you're training your brain to know this is what you got to do. Because when you're in a business like this, you are dependent on your clients. So you can't let your clients down. Like, I don't care what it takes. You got to make sure that your clients are attended to. This ain't no, girl, I forgot, I'll get you next week. No. If that's how your attitude or your mindset is, baby, go on and sell something else. Because it ain't going to work.
It's not. So this is a time normally when people order t-shirts, they're for a specific event.
Mm-hmm.
Now, I will tell you, during the time of my business when we were doing shirts, that was during a really weird financial place for me,
Mm-hmm.
honestly. So we did shirts. We came up with specific designs. I can't even remember. I started doing t-shirts at my desk at my old job. And I think I had my first one said the Hush Ministry. And it just, all the things that I put on the shirts came from me having conversations on Periscope.
Yep.
And I was
I
talking
remember.
about, everybody, they got a cooking ministry, they got a this ministry. They need to have a hush ministry because some of y'all talk too much.
And
So
I
I
still
wrote it
I
on
still
a
got my
piece of
might not
paper.
make it.
I put it on a piece of paper and I stapled it to the shirt that I had on.
Yep.
And people started saying, "You gonna make shirts?" So I Googled it and I was like, "Oh, okay, let me go get this. Let me go get and that's literally how it started.
Yep.
But right after then, we moved, and the t-shirts literally sustained us financially.
Yeah.
But the same work ethic that I took with the t-shirts is the same thing that I do with anything. First of all, I found myself, and I'm sure there are people on this live that can relate, and I'm sure you can too. When you are working on a dream, sometimes you undersell yourself.
Yeah.
Sometimes I took t-shirt orders like hours. People call me that morning, "I need a shirt this evening." But because I needed the money so bad, I did it.
Yep.
But later I learned I have something that they want. So I have to teach people how to respect my business. Talk to us a little bit about how you progress from moving from desperate orders to, okay, I could do it, but it's going to be X amount of dollars. How did you move to transition and to set boundaries for your business?
So yeah, that's very important because when you first start, most people start businesses because they need extra money.
Right.
So when I first started, I would shortchange myself, or like you said, do rush orders, like this, like pop them out and not charge anything extra because you needed the money. But I had to. You gotta know your worth. You look around the community and see what, because it is oversaturated, see what other people are producing. And if you have that confidence in yourself and know within that you're creating a quality product, I had to continue to pray. I said I do affirmations all the time to build me up and get myself to a point to where I'm not scared of charging my price, because you will be surprised. People will pay what they want. They'll pay for what they want. Like, a lot of people don't know, during Classic, I don't do this no more. But during Magic City Classic, I would not go tailgate. I would sit right there on my floor, because when I first started, I didn't have no table, no desk. I was on the floor. I was sitting right there on the floor, cutting, weeding, and everything, charging people $50, $60, $75 for a shirt same day. And I would post it, hey, 2-hour turnaround. People paid that without blinking. When I did that the first year, that showed me that if they want it, they're going to pay for it. And as long as I know my worth and I charge my worth, they're going to pay you what you're worth, because they're not paying for your $2 t-shirt and your $4 piece of vinyl. They're paying you for your time and your knowledge that you spent, the tears spent in that computer, teaching yourself how to do what it is that you do. They can't do that. You can. Right. So you're providing a service that they can't do. So when you believe in yourself and produce that self-confidence and stand on it, and you're not scared, you're like, no, I charge you $35. If you want it, you can get it. And they see that you're serious about your business, they're going to pay for it.
So let me make this disclaimer, and Demi can piggyback on it. If you are on here and you are a t-shirt designer, if you bake cakes, if you make cool pops, if you make plates, if you make a tangible item that literally has to be created or made, from this day forward, do not do another order unless you have at least a deposit.
Please.
Let me tell y'all this. If your baby Pooh Shiesty having a first birthday, and you call and you say, Demi, I need 50 shirts for Pooh Shiesty first birthday. And Demi gonna say, well, what kind of birthday he having? He having a Paw Patrol birthday. Demi go, well, what size shirts? We need 10 small, 10 large, 10 extra large, 10 2X, and 10 3X. Okay. What color? Oh, everything red. And Demi go and buy the red vinyl, the blue shirts, print the shirts. The party Saturday, she called Pooh Shiesty mama. Hey, Mama Shiesty, Pooh Shiesty shirts ready.
Where your money at?
Oh, my cousin had went on and got some shirts, so we don't need them no more. What the hell you finna do with 50 shirts that say happy first birthday, Pooh Shiesty?
You can't do nothing, and you didn't spend money out your pocket.
Don't do another. I don't care if you. I've been fussing at my mama. She won't listen. Mama, when people place an order, first of all, when you bake, when you make plates, when you do t-shirts, when you make anything that is personal, y'all get a deposit. Make sure that when you get you should have been at the master class, because in the master class I talked about your procedures. Your normal procedure should be, before I do anything, I need a deposit, and it needs to be communicated to the customer that this is a non-refundable deposit. Because at the moment you call Demi for Pooh Shiesty birthday party, Demi brain start working right then. Okay. Ooh, you know it. I'm gonna do a dog and I'm gonna do this, and I'm gonna see, do they want something on the back? She already started working. The moment that she started thinking, that's when she clocked in. That's when she clocked in, and you can't get that back. You can't get that brain cell back. So I'm in a lot of groups, and I've seen people talk about, I paid her a deposit and I canceled and she wouldn't give me my deposit back.
You don't get it back.
You don't get that back, because I don't get my time back. I don't get my gas back that I went and bought this. You know, even when you make a deposit on something and halfway through, when I used to do events, even with weddings, I would tell them, we could break it up in payments. But if at any time, because when I'm the kind of person, and Demi, I know you're like this too, when you get an order, you go and you buy your products first.
Right then.
Right then. Don't wait. Don't put it on your power bill. Go get them folks stuff right then. But if you are doing an event and for whatever reason, you need to make sure that your procedures are in order to address everything. If he leave you for Shay Shay and y'all don't get married, I ain't got nothing to do with that.
And if I can say this as well, one of my procedures is I have a limit to what I will let you put a deposit on. Because some people will order, and I still do one shirt here, two shirts there. They'll want to do one shirt for $25 and then want to put a deposit on it. No, my time is worth more than $12.50. So put a limit on what you require for a deposit. For me personally, your order has to be over $200 in order to give me a deposit. If not, I need all them coins up front. That's to secure your place and to let me know that you're serious about this order. Because you can give me $12.50 on a $25 shirt and say, I don't care about them $12.50, but I didn't spend my time, all this stuff on there, and all I got is $12.50. I ain't got nothing for me. So know what your limits are and set your limits, because no, we not finna put no deposit on $25. You finna pay for that up front.
But see, Demi, that you didn't always have that confidence.
Didn't.
So what I want people to understand is that the reason why I'm doing these conversations and I'm picking strategic people, because these people make what they do look flawless. But I personally know I've watched Demi's progression. I've watched Demi even though we don't go out to eat, but I watch certain people. I watch their progress, and going from not being afraid to speak up and being afraid to say, well, no, I'm sorry, I can't do that order. You know, some people come to you and, okay, how can I help you? Okay, I want a full front shirt down the leg, on this arm I want Shay, and on this arm I want Love Me. On the back I want a heart with Cupid on the left with the booty cheek poked out on the right. How much that's gonna be? Because my friend said you did her shirt for $25. Your friend had 2 words on her shirt.
Exactly.
So you have to be in this business because it is so oversaturated. The main thing that I want you to take away from this conversation, whatever business, you have to set a standard.
Yeah.
And the flip side of that is you got to be able to produce the quality of work. Don't give nobody no shirt that half of the A still in there. You and a half weeded it. Letters coming up because you waited to the last minute. Let's talk about quality in the t-shirt business.
Listen, oh my God. So I am your ultimate perfectionist. Like if I see a brown spot, that brown spot may have come from the warehouse. But if I see it at the end, I'm doing the whole shirt over. Some people say that ain't in, it ain't all that. But I have learned in my progression that people notice the quality and the time that you put in your work. And when people notice that, that's when the word of mouth starts getting out. The best advertisement to me is word of mouth. If somebody says you do a good job, you don't never know who they're talking to. That could be influence in your business. That's how my orders started going up, because I would do a shirt for Mary Jane down the street and she go talk to her boss, who happens to know the president of the gas company that needs shirts for his whole entire staff. Hey, she does a good job. And that actually happened to me. That word of mouth came. Social Security Administration was doing it was something in February. I think it was Heart Month or something. End up ordering 650 shirts from me from a 1-shirt order because the lady loved the quality of the shirt. Invest that time. Now, I'm not saying that's going to happen for everybody, because God makes everybody's role different. What he has for me is for me. What he has for you is for you.
Right.
But if you invest that time, you never know who is going to see you, who is going to speak well of you. I've had people refer me, and I've never made them a shirt ever in life, and they've referred me on. Yeah. Put that quality into. If you mess up and you see a little white line, fix it. Do whatever you can to fix it. If you ship the shirt off and you didn't see a stain and they call you back and you be like, man, I got the money, I ain't gonna fix it. No, fix it. That shows not only the quality of work, but that shows how much you believe in your own dream. That shows the integrity that you have. And if you show other people that hey, this is me and I'm gonna give you the best of me, they're gonna drop them coins, because that's what they want.
So let's talk about, like, as with any business, educate. I'm gonna keep saying it. You have to educate yourself. Yep. I remember when the t-shirt business first popped off and everybody was doing shirts that had one word: mama. I love me. Real simple. Impact font. That's the only font everybody would use. Impact font. And then when it came football season, they was using collegiate. That was the only two fonts. But now, talk to us about staying current on what's going on. Because honestly, y'all, vinyl is okay. But baby, people now are in the sublimation. You got to stay up on what's hot. I don't think vinyl will ever go out, but I think that the complexity of your designs, I want you to talk about first, what was the first thing I just said? Talk about the progression.
The progression.
And then after that, I want you to talk about the method to the madness of designing a shirt. Knowing what's right, what's wrong. Exactly. If I got these 44 H's up here, what I look like with a shirt with commas and zeros?
Listen.
So them the two things. I'm about to let you talk. Go.
I got you. And I'm so glad you said that, because I can teach anybody how to make a shirt. I can't teach you how to design a shirt.
You gotta
Most
have
people
it.
not.
You gotta already have it. Sorry, I said I wasn't gonna say that. You gotta
have to. Y'all can't be t-shirt makers. This industry needs t-shirt creators. Like, people are going to come to you and say, hey, Demi, I got one of my clients right now. She's a chef. She comes to you like, hey, Demi, I got a event for such school. Colors is purple and white. I can't just put the school name in purple and white. She wants something flashy. You have to. I sat up nights and nights and nights on YouTube teaching myself how to do Photoshop, GIMP, Publisher, whatever it is, to learn the design aspects. They have, if you Google it, and I'm going to give y'all all the information, but if you Google it, they have free graphic designing courses that you can take online. So you can develop the design aesthetic. So you know what's good, what font looks good. I will not use Times New Roman. I will not use Impact. I'm not using Arial on no shirt. I see people out there putting them little plain letters on the shirt. Y'all, that is not pleasing to the eye when you look at it. You want people to look at it.
Correct.
Yes.
It's not.
It's not aesthetically correct. Thank you. That is, it is not. So you got to put in that time. You can't just pick up a silhouette and have your vinyl cutter. And no, you got to invest that time into learning what designs go together, what colors go together. Is the white going to show up with the silver vinyl? Because a lot of people don't know you put silver good on a white shirt. You can't always see it. You might need to do an
have to put something up under that, baby, to pull it out.
Yeah, you got to put something under that so they can see it. So those are the little things that you need to learn if you want to be in this business. Don't just go out here and put mama on the shirt and think you're going to sell that for $30.
Or put I love mama. And it's this much space. Y'all, and this is something that I really, I'm not going to apologize for promoting myself. These are things that will be evaluated during our boot camp training that we have.
Yeah.
There are a lot of people who are in business and they have not encountered friends that know enough about the business to tell them the truth about their work. Some of the shirts that I be seeing, some of y'all that sell plates, that stuff it look like jail food. And ain't nobody gonna tell you. But why don't you present that a little bit better? But you have to link up with some gold friends that are gonna be honest with you and say, I see you doing your things, but hey, let me help you with this. Let me tell you that Demi offers classes, y'all. She can do a one-on-one class with you if you are a designer. And this woman just told you that she gets 650 shirt orders. It's because of her placement. It's because of her expertise. It is because of her knowledge. I used to do shirts, but I ain't know everything. I would call Demi and say, hey, I need help with what? Send me an invoice. Did I not?
Yeah,
I
sure did.
Every time you helped me, I paid you, because you have to pay people for their knowledge, y'all. And even if you can't afford to go to a big design, support somebody like this whose price may not be corporate price, but who can give you that same information, because her knowledge is immense. When I say Demi can fix something, I could send her a picture of something and she'll send it back to me, and I take it right from that email and put it right on my silhouette, print it, press it, and I'm gone. She knows her stuff. I stand 10 toes down behind her work. She offers that knowledge, but y'all gonna have to give her a love offering.
For it. In Jesus'
next thing, let's talk about these little bit. You know what it is? It's people trying to stretch vinyl. And trying to stretch product. Listen, before you even, that's another thing that we're going to talk about in boot camp. A lot of you guys are not seeing a return on your investment because of your pricing. The days of $20 t-shirts is gone.
15
gone. When you think about this person has to go get you a shirt, go get vinyl, plug up their computer, think of a design, send that design. Do you like this? No, I don't like that. Okay, do it again. Then come back. Then have to create it. One time I went live and showed people the weeding process. And when I say weeding, I'm talking about this shirt that I have on. I'm gonna get up close. All these little bitty spots that you see, that little
They got to come out.
all of that gotta come out of a shirt. So then after she weeded, then she gotta use her power and cut on her press machine. And that thing get up to 300, 400 degrees. So it's pulling some serious power.
Yep. Power be high.
When it's that hot, she got to cut her air conditioner up. Then press the shirt. Then she got to get some cute little packaging. She ain't going to just hand you the shirt. She going to package it. She going to put a card in there. Baby, we been past $15 and $20.
And that's what people don't understand. Because like you said, I think a lot of people are so eager to punch into this industry that they think undercutting those who are already there is going to help them. But no, you going to keep working and be like, why I ain't earning no money? Because all your money gone. You didn't pay for gas, your power. You ain't got no profit. You in the red when you're doing a $15 shirt, a $20 shirt. And so that goes back to what I was talking about, gaining that confidence into your work and what you are worth. Yeah. And charge it. Like
a lot of people, though, you are correct. Now, if you're running a Black Friday special, okay, maybe $20. But if you're doing a special, let me hush, because see, I be so eager to give advice, but I got to remember that I can't do that anymore. But y'all, there are ways to effectively give your customers. I'm the best. I mark down stuff all the time, but there's a method to it. If you are running your shirts for $15, thinking, well, because Demi charged $35, if I do mine for $15, but baby, listen, you do a shirt for $15, you ain't made but $1, and then you on Facebook talking about don't nobody support you, but you started out.
I think she gone. I don't know what happened.
Hey y'all. So I'm not sure what happened to Erika's. Oh, she's back.
Okay.
Have the zeal for your business, but before you just jump out there doing anything, invest in some knowledge.
Yeah.
Knowledge is key. I'm telling you, even if you don't sell shirts, even if you sell, guess what?
Whatever.
I have one person, I don't know if she's on here, and I don't think she will mind me saying, but I have a person who I have mentored behind the scenes who sells paparazzi. It doesn't matter what you sell. There is a method to having a business. It's more than just going and buying a paper that's saying you have an LLC. No matter what your business is, there is a method.
Yep.
So now let's talk about placement, fonts, trying to shortchange people, making the font smaller so you can get more shirts out of one piece of vinyl. Listen. Talk to us about the advantages or the disadvantages of doing that.
So the main disadvantage of doing that is they not coming back. You're not gonna get a repeat customer.
What'd you say, Demi?
They ain't coming back. Like that's your point, is to get repeat customers. They not coming back. If I just did this shirt with just thick on it and that's it, right there, I got all this shirt right here left. They ain't coming back. Now I understand you want to stretch vinyl, and in some of my one-on-one classes that I've done in the past, I teach people how to effectively Tetris. And what I call that's my procedure of how to fit as much as you can on a piece of vinyl, but it still is the same size. There are charts out there that will tell you if you're doing a small to a large, your design needs to be 9.5 to 10 inches wide. Extra large 2X, 11. You do them 3X, 4X, 5X shirts, you're going to have to turn that bad boy this way because they need like 14 inches because they big. You want people to see they don't want to be up on it like that. No, to read your shirt. I want to sit back here and I can still read what your design said because you invested that time in doing that design. Hopefully it's more than just somebody's name unless somebody just asked for it. It's something that you invested time. Like Erika got commas and zeros. If that was right here, we'd be like, what her shirt say? You want them to see it from afar. So be like, oh girl, your shirt cute. Who did that shirt for you? That's how you get your business. So that goes back into the knowledge that Erika was talking about. Research what fonts are, because you don't want them little thin lines, them little thin fonts neither. Them little cursive things, they got them little.
Tear your tail up.
Baby, you'll learn the hard way when you start weeding if you don't want to listen. But your fonts gotta have some weight to it. It gotta be kind of bold. So not only so you can weed it, but so they can see it from afar. So there are a lot of classes, a lot of courses, a lot of sites that you can go on. Thefont.com. There are a lot of places where you can get free fonts. You don't have to use the stock fonts. Matter of fact, I never use the stock fonts. And when I say stock fonts, that's the fonts that come in on every computer. Like once you buy it at the store and they got them fonts on there, them fonts automatically off limits. Because number one, that makes you look like everybody else. And in the oversaturated industry, you want to stand out. You don't want to do what everybody else do. So if everybody else is using Impact, you go find you some font that they don't know the name of. You done searched it and it looked fine. And then everybody, girl, what font is that? Girl, I can tell you, I can show you, send you the file. It just cost you $5. Y'all know how many people are making scores and scores of money on Etsy by just putting little SVGs together and uploading them because it's different. You got to stand out.
It also monetizes your business to generate a whole nother stream of income. If you're really good at designing, I have done it. Like if it's a shirt that I want, you can go on Etsy and pay, and it'll download right to your computer, and you can print right. But if we hadn't told y'all that, all of y'all people who've been posting on Facebook, I got a Cricut and I don't know what to do with it. You technically don't even have to know how to design. You have to know the resources to have.
Exactly.
And you can start a whole t-shirt business and you not know how to design a thing.
Exactly.
So it's all about getting the right knowledge. It's all about being connected to individuals who already have that knowledge and who are willing to share. One thing I applaud Demi for. I did t-shirts and she did t-shirts, but it was never any, because what God has for me is for me, and what God has for you is for you. When Demi got her, I think it was maybe your first big order, we were on the phone and you shared that with me. When I say I was so excited,
yeah, I remember.
Y'all gotta, and God, this is not a Christian Bible study show, but can I just help y'all? God watches the way you handle other people's success.
Yes.
God watches the way you clap when other people win.
Yep.
God watches the way you turn your mouth up when people post about themselves winning. He's watching that. And I believe that Demi has reached this level of success because Demi claps for other people. Demi ain't no hater. Demi has no problem sharing what she knows because you can't come for her. Demi can show me how to do a shirt just like the one she got on, and I bet you mine gonna look different because we have two different creative minds.
Yep.
But be very mindful to know that even in an oversaturated market, this woman was able to walk away from her 9-to-5 job, and now she works for herself every day. Talk to us about that journey.
So, y'all, so we talked about the struggle of being in the 9-to-5 and then coming home and doing work. So I was at a job 13 years or whatever. Petty stuff happened, whatever. They let me go. I'm like, okay, God, what am I going to do? I keep going out looking for jobs, getting denied, looking for more jobs, getting denied, go out and do shifts, still doing t-shirts, and t-shirts, not even realizing that the t-shirts are, getting me on in that gap. Because sometimes your survival mode kicks in and you don't really look at what's on your table. You're looking at what you don't have instead of looking at what you do have.
Yeah.
So, you know, I'm keep getting it. Finally, I get this job. Wonderful job, y'all. I could do whatever I want. I used to bring my cricket into the office. They'd be like, oh, what you doing? It was no problem. I loved that job, y'all. 6 months after I got that job, just out of nowhere, boss come in and say, hey, y'all, we shutting the whole place down. Everybody in the office lost their job. Not just me, not just the employees, the bosses, everybody. Nobody that worked in that company in Birmingham no longer had a job that day. The minute he told me that, he looked at me, he said, why are you not crying? I said, God don't want me to have no job. I was feeling it before I was going, because I was like, why am I getting denied for all these jobs that I know I'm overqualified for? When he told me that, I said, God don't want me to have no job. Right then, I knew what God was telling me. And a lot of y'all hear what God is telling you, but you're scared to jump. Just like me, I was like, ain't no way I can support my whole house on just doing shirts. Ain't no way them people going to support me like that. It took God to tell me, okay, you ain't got on this job. I'm finna tell you, you don't belong on this job. So I'm just finna wipe. He didn't wipe just my job out, y'all. He wiped everybody in that company's job out. So from that point on, I just said, okay, I'm gonna make it do what it do. The pandemic hit, and y'all know what happened in the pandemic. Everybody was, getting their jobs, so they needed t-shirts. They were doing pop-up shops. I transformed from just t-shirts to signage to branding, all that. It was a road. But y'all, when I tell y'all I work 3 times the hours, but I am 100 times more satisfied doing this than it was working for somebody else. I mean, I wish I would have jumped sooner. That's all I can say. I wish I would have jumped sooner, because it's just so satisfying knowing that the gift that God gave me is now providing for me. And
so it's making, what you say is making room for you.
It's making room. My gift is making room.
Oh, okay.
It's making a lot of room. Now, don't get me wrong. Like Erika said, a lot of times people like myself, Erika, we make it look flawless. There are days when I say, I'm finna go get a job. Because every week is not a 50 shirt week. Every week is not a 5,000 week or $1,000 week. I remember when I was working, if I made $300 extra in a week, I was shouting. If I make $300 in a week, y'all, right now, I would cry. I would be so depressed. But it's levels to this, y'all. So when you get in it, be ready to progress and keep going. Don't just say, all I need to do is make $200 a month and I'll be good. No, that is not the mindset you need to have.
What did I tell them the other night? If your goals are not making you uncomfortable,
they're the wrong ones. They're not big enough.
They're not big enough.
They're not big enough.
But I definitely feel you on the fear. And we've been talking about fear almost every week. Last week, we had Misha Lanier with Golden Nuggets with Misha, and we were talking about coming out of your comfort zone. And I think that anytime you go from something, that is secure, so you think, to being in an unknown, uncharted territory, it is a little bit, it's a lot nerve-wracking. But even with myself moving, having things inside of me that I knew I was supposed to do, but even as loud as my mouth is, there were some things, even this whole academy that we just started, it scared the hell out of me. But I knew, because it scared me, that's right where you're supposed to be.
That's right where you're supposed to be.
And just the testimonies, the feedback that we're getting just from a 1 hour class on this past Friday night, God continues to let me know you're right where you're supposed to be. And to whomever is on this live, we are not telling you to quit your job. That's not what we're telling you. But what I am telling you is, if you have planned, if you have prepared, and if you have prayed, the 3 P's: plan, prepare, and prayed about that thing, and you have been released, you got to have some something to fall back on. You
Yep.
got to be willing to DoorDash some days when you don't make your goal.
Shipped.
You got to be willing to do shipped. You got to be willing to call a sugar daddy if that's what you want to do.
Yep.
Hey, my rent behind. Come on over here. Do whatever you got to do.
Yep.
But this entrepreneurship is not for the weak. So don't quit your job until you have planned, you have prepared, and you have prayed. Pray first.
You're not gonna hear if you don't pray. You can't hear them if you don't pray.
You gotta make sure. And I remember at the time that Jamaica and I met, Jamaica would always say, I'm just not meant to work a 9 to 5. And because I was taught that's what you do. Now you can have your little business on the side, your little hustle on the side, but don't you quit your job. That's what we are told. But I remember, and that stuck with me, that whole mentality. I had to learn that, y'all. I didn't have no intentions of being full-time in no business. I was satisfied working for them other folks at the UA 9 to 5,
and then
coming home, feed my children, and staying up all night. My children would come in the kitchen. I would be done, went to sleep, baking cake, making invitations, doing bouquets for weddings, and wake up, go take a shower, and go take them to school. It was even Jamaica in our beginning stages. Jamaica had to come to me and say, "Babe, how much longer you gonna be down here?" I'll be down there 3 and 4 o'clock in the morning, trying to balance the two. But there are just some people who are not created to work for anyone but themselves. And that's not everybody. That's not everybody. Let me see what else I want to add. Do any of you guys in the chat? I know I see Jazz from Tuscaloosa, Alabama. She is a t-shirt maker. What you say call us now, Demi? T-shirt creators.
We're t-shirt creators. We don't make t-shirts, we create them.
Oh, hey. Ooh, I felt that in my shadow. But I don't know if you guys have any questions. And I don't want you to narrow this down to just t-shirt. But I had Demi to come on because I wanted her to speak to the creative. Those of you who, when you are creative, people kind of, I'm not going to say you weird, but your brain works different.
It works differently
than the average person. You know, everybody else looking for something to wear for classic. You thinking a t-shirt designs for classic. You ain't studying. You know what I'm saying? It's like in your brain, just people, you need to be in a circle of people who can relate to what you're saying. Yeah. Relate to how you're feeling and the frustrations and the, knowing who to order shirts from. And, if you need a last minute shirt, you can go to Hobby Lobby. But as you build your business, you can establish relationships with companies where your overhead is not as much because you have built and ordered enough from them and had integrity with them. You can't be ordering this stuff COD, y'all, and then
don't pay for it.
I ain't gonna even say that, but I almost said something. I don't care what you do and how you do it. Do it the right way.
Yep.
Just do it the right way.
Because your name is gonna speak for you. They gonna remember your name. They gonna remember when you didn't pay that bill. So I don't care how big you get in the future. They gonna remember that one time. Oh, we can't trust her. So if you get this job for 650 shirts and your deposit don't cover your supplies, they're not gonna front you. Because how you handle your little stuff is how you're going to handle your big stuff. So I treat even the 1 shirt jobs just like a 650 shirt job. You put that same integrity in every job because you never know who is looking at you. You never know what kind of reputation your name's going to carry. So you don't want to be blasted out because, baby, they'll blast you out here on Facebook and they don't care. And once you blast it once and twice, babe, people gonna think twice about using you. So that's one thing that I can say about building your business and your brand. Pay attention to how you treat the people so your name and your reputation is not tarnished. That's the most important part.
Yeah.
Because once your name in the mud, it's hard to get clean. It's hard to get that white back clean again.
It is. So I don't know. I'm waiting on anybody that may have questions to come up on the screen. But meanwhile, I let me just publicly tell you that I am super proud of your progress. I am super proud of you for being where you are now. It has been refreshing to see you even look like you beaming, you excited, and that's admirable. If a customer wants to order, how do you streamline that process? I really want to set boundaries with ordering.
That's a good question. So this is how I do it. You have to know, and this goes along with knowledge. You have to know how long it's going to take you to get your supplies. Can you get it locally? Does it need to be shipped? How long is it going to take you to design it? All that stuff goes into how you streamline the process. So I can take an order on Monday that's due Friday. Now, my turnaround ain't that fast. I'm just doing this example. But I can take a shirt order on Monday that's due Friday. I can order that shirt Monday as soon as they pay their money or their deposit. And from my provider, by Tuesday, I got that shirt. So I can fit in on Wednesday and Thursday doing that shirt. Friday is pickup time, and I can send them the message. Your order is ready. You may pick up such, or you can ship. I don't meet. You can either come pick this up or you can get it shipped. Because I think if y'all was in the master class, we in the day and time that we not meeting nobody. No, we not meeting nobody. So I have a that's my process. Order your stuff, figure out the timeline that it's gonna take you to get all your stuff, do it that day, deliver it the next day, or shipping the next day, or whatever it is. So just know your product, know your vendors, because vendors, as you use them, you know how long it's gonna take for you to get your stuff. Find out where your local vinyl warehouses are. That's going to help you a whole lot, because you don't have to wait for your vinyl to be shipped to you when you order it online from Heat Transfer Warehouse or wherever it is. You can just go down the street to Midfield or Bessemer, wherever it is, and pick up what you need. So, okay, I'm gonna answer that question. 1 second, Nicole. So, just know your vendors, know their time frame, know your time frame, set reasonable turnaround times. So don't tell nobody you can get something done in 3 days and you know you're going to need 4 or 5. And then that goes back to your reputation and your name. Know your set reasonable turnaround times. Most people do 5 to 7 business days. Some people do 7 to 10. Whatever you can work around, you set your reasonable turnaround times. Pad that sucker, because you're going to need a day or two if something go wrong. If you mess up that shirt, you gotta go get another one. So put that in the
And before you answer the next question, this is something that I absolutely hate. Who could do a shirt for me by 5 o'clock? Don't tag me in that, because I can't even give away what's gonna be taught about in the boot camp. But I want y'all to, Lord have mercy, I can't say it, but I want to see it. Y'all, that's not your customer, unless that's how you want to operate. I don't operate like that. You're not finna call me at 8 o'clock talking about you want something by 12 o'clock.
And most of the times when I'm tagged and I tell them my price, they don't want to pay it, because I'm taxing you. I'm taxing you. Like, if the shirt was $25, you paying me $60. If you want me to do it like that, because whatever event it was that they're going to,
they knew.
More than likely, they knew a week ago. You could have ordered this a week ago.
I need a shirt for my birthday. You knew your birthday would be the same day every day of your life. That's been your birthday. Your birthday don't change. I need some shirts for my anniversary. You knew when your anniversary was. I need a shirt for Stillman Homecoming. You been knew when homecoming was.
Yep.
I hate it. I hate it.
Lack of planning on your part does not make an emergency on my part. No, I'm not finna stress myself out because you didn't plan.
So people are asking, how can they set up a one-on-one class? Even though you ain't talking to me, we're going to be offering one-on-one business consultations as well. But meanwhile, for those of you who are interested in making a one-on-one with Demi, tell them how they can reach you, Demi.
So right now, because I got my life last Friday, okay? So we doing some reconstruction and stuff on the website. So right now, you can set your one-on-ones by inboxing me, and we will get that appointment. That is only for 2 weeks. Because after 2 weeks, that website is going to be up, and you can go on the website, www.restoration-tees.com, and set your one-on-ones up and order anything else that you need to order.
Yeah.
So, because I have learned not to listen to information and not act on it. So since Friday, I've been saying, yeah, I'm going to do this. Okay, I'm going to do this. I'm going to do that. Because you're never too big to learn from, I don't care who it is. I don't care if you're making $1 million a year. There's always going to be somebody you can learn from. And when you get that information or something hits your spirit, if something hits your belly about, ooh, she talking to me, that means that's an area that you need to change. www.restoration-tees or hyphen, whatever that little thing is in the middle, restoration-tees.com. That's the website.
Now, Demi, this one I'm going to give you for free. Y'all.
I ain't ready.
Before y'all start your t-shirt business, get you a dictionary.
Please.
Get your spell check. Don't open up no t-shirt business and you know you can't spell.
Mm-hmm.
You know even if your customer give you something and say, Panama City, I were there. Don't you print that?
Don't print that.
Spelling is a foundational principle. If you're going to have a product, you're doing t-shirts, you're doing invitations, you're doing anything printed that has to be read. If you're not the best speller, get somebody to proof that.
Hello.
It's nothing worse than seeing somebody with a t-shirt on and words misspelled.
And then it end up on Black Planet somewhere going viral.
And when we were designing this shirt, I said, wait a minute, because I want to make sure. Can you spell zeros? Can be spelled two ways. Both are correct. You can spell zeros Zeros, and you can also spell it Zeroes. Okay? But I wasn't sure. And I got good education. So I Googled it to make sure. Make sure that when you're writing things, that they are spelled correctly and that they are grammatically correct.
I had a t-shirt this past weekend, actually, and it was like, I think it said, "Let's go Aiden." And we didn't know if it was LET' or just LETS. Google told us it was LET'. The customer wanted me to write LETS. I said, no, baby. I screenshotted it, sent it to her and said, hey, this is grammatically correct. This is how we're going to print your shirt. So don't be afraid to correct your customers sometimes, because sometimes they still stuck in that Ebonics language and they just don't know either. They just honestly don't know. Don't be afraid to say you don't know, and you got to go look it up.
My name is Keisha. I sell laptop.
That's the word.
And then you gonna print laptop? No, I don't want it. Do better.
Yep.
Do better. Well, Demi, I certainly do appreciate you for taking time to talk to us tonight.
Yes, ma'am.
We are at our closing time. Guys, if you are interested in staying in contact with Demi, her name on Facebook is Demetria, Demetria Barlow. If you can't remember that, go back and watch this live or inbox me. I will connect the two of you. If you are in the t-shirt business, I don't bring nobody on here I can't vouch for. I don't roll like that. I don't bring nobody on here I can't vouch for. And I'm guaranteeing you, if you sit under her tutelage, you can learn something. The person that was asking about their process, I used to have order forms, y'all. You know, and technology is okay. Demi alluded to this earlier. Technology is great, but some stuff, especially if you have, I be forgetting stuff. When people will order shirts from me, I made just a basic order form, and I put, and it had,
right there, suck it down.
Name, whatever date expected, deposit amount, paid by. I had at the bottom small, medium, large, extra large. When they told me how many they wanted, I wrote it down. What they wanted, what design they wanted, I wrote that down. And as those orders, and then another thing, for those of you who are wanting to legitimize your business, trust me, I get it. A lot of people start off and have no credentials, no registration, no EIN. But even if you're just starting and you want to use that little t-shirt money to add on your taxes, that order form is proof.
Yep.
That is legal proof that you did the work, because if you get audited, you can take that order form and you ought to be able to match that deposit to that final payment. Yep. A simple piece of paper. Get you a board, a cork board, and put your orders up there. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. And if you know somebody is due Friday, and especially with the holidays, y'all know how UPS and post office be getting crazy. Set the expectation with padding. Hey, I'm mailing shirts, but the holidays are crazy. So you want to wait, don't wait. Y'all people that make t-shirts need to be offering Black Friday shirts already. Y'all need to already have your Christmas special already. Y'all need to just sign up for the boot camp already. Because I'll get you all the way together.
It's right there on the bottom, y'all. Right there.
Because some of y'all got great ideas, but you have no direction. You have a great business idea, but you have no direction. And what that's going to lead to is temporary success, but eventually you're going to be frustrated, broke, busted, and disgusted. So thank you so much, Demi, for joining us tonight. I have had an absolute blast with you tonight. We'll be back next Sunday, same time, and we'll be announcing who we'll be talking to next week. But I am having a blast doing these conversations. Listen, if you guys have some topics that you want us to try to address and talk about, inbox me. My Facebook page, of course, you're already on it, but inbox me and say, hey, I'm embarrassed to ask this in public, but could you talk about this? Could you talk about that? Now we'll have to determine if it's an epic conversation or if it's an E&J conversation, but we definitely will talk about it. Listen, thank you guys so much for listening. Thank you guys for tuning into another epic conversation with Erika Patrice. I'll see y'all next week.